say your thoughts on your Marshall debut.
Yeah, it was awesome. Atmosphere was great. The basketball was fun as always. You know, I mean, that was a fun game. I got a little tired there in the second half, but it's a fast pace. It was fun though. Great game.
Yeah, when I think about the pace you played at Texas State last year, I mean, this is like night and day, is it not?
Yeah, yeah, big adjustment for sure. Very big adjustment.
And you guys seem to, from the get-go, kind of move the ball around and didn't stick in with much of what Coach Tony preaches, but did you sense that everybody was getting involved?
Oh yeah, that was one of the keys the past week really since the exhibitions. You know, exhibitions we played well, but the ball was sticking a little bit sometimes. So this past week we really keyed in on just moving the ball, getting everyone involved, and playing together. So.
How about the defense tonight? I think the length helped out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Did you kind of feel the same way about it?
Oh yeah, we were able to get in a bunch of passing lanes, block a lot of shots. You know, they went on their little run there at the end of the first half, but we were able to bounce back, make adjustments to that, and then yeah, the length definitely helped. Being able to guard the rim and then also get our hands on some passes.
When they're going to guard the perimeter like they have to against Cam and Kavan and some of the other guys, that allows you to kind of create at the high post. Is that something you did at Texas State, or you're taking on more of a role with it here?
Definitely taking on more of a role here because, I mean, like you said, Cam, Kevon, Cam Crawford, all of them can shoot the ball. So I usually find lanes more open now because the guys are pushed up, pressed up on them. So
Just think the crowd tonight.
it was awesome. That was they got loud there when the instant replay played and they were all booing. That was wild. That was loud.
Obviously you get, I think, four different guys in double figures, five, something like that. But when you have that kind of production on the defense and the offensive side, how beneficial is that? Because it's kind of anybody can strike from wherever.
Yeah, it makes it hard to beat because, I mean, now teams scout and they can't lock in on just one guy. They lock in on that guy, the other 3 or 4 guys. Whole team can go off for double digits any night, so they got to worry about the whole roster now. So.
It's one thing to do it in an exhibition and practice, but there's some new faces, some guys playing different roles this year. It seemed like you guys, right from the get-go, got that chemistry going pretty quick. What was it that you guys just kind of fall into place?
Yeah, I think we all know our roles really well, and also just like we're a very connected group. On the court, off the court, we're always hanging out, and I think that off the court connection really showed tonight. Like the multiple guys in double digit scoring, everyone playing together, everyone knows how we play, and everyone plays together well.
Was there jitters for the first game? Because, I mean, there are some new faces here. What was it like, as we got closer to the tip-off?
I can't speak for anyone else, but for me personally, I was a little nervous. I had the butterflies. I was shaking a little bit on that first free throw I shot. But, I mean, it wore off. Once we got on the flow of the game, it was good. So.
Good.
Thank y'all.
How was that pace? Nate even admitted it was a little tiring there. For you guys running that pace in a real game situation, did you feel a little bit tired there?
I did. Definitely, Coach. Preach get to the corner. I think we're doing a better job of opening up the floor. It make it easier to score, easier driving lane. So, just emphasizing getting up and down the court, that pace, push the ball, get into our sets. Don't let them set up. You try and beat them down the court.
You got, I think, 8 points, 3 steals there in the opening minutes. How big was that fast start for you, just to kind of shake off some of those nerves of opening the season and get rolling?
It was a great start. We emphasized starting great. Against UPike, we didn't really start that well, but ever since then, our start is what we try to win the first 4 minutes of the first half, and we started out great this game.
You guys came out really fast, and they made a run, but how much fun is it playing in that fast-paced tempo? Because you can get winning, but it seemed like you guys had fun out there.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. You get up and down. You push the pace. You get freedom. So it's definitely fun. I know it's probably hard to guard. They're probably like, oh, these guys never start running. But that's how we practice. So it's fun.
Coach Dan emphasizes, don't let the ball stick. You guys have 5 guys in double figures, and nobody kind of seemingly caring who scores. Is that sort of the way this team's personality is going to be?
Yes, sir. Share the ball. Athletic ball, as Coach call it. Move the ball. Don't let it stick. Attack when we get opportunities, but also look for our teammates. And I think Coach Corney was telling me on the bench, he was like, move the ball, move the balls. They're gonna fall asleep, and I got the pocket pass to Obina. So it was just boom, 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 and it worked. So if it worked, we gonna keep rolling with it.
One thing that stood out to me tonight was, especially first half, the length on defense. led to a layup for you, a couple dunks for some of your teammates. What's it like, I guess, out there? You guys have a lot of size, but not just size, but length, and on the defensive end, turning that into transition points.
Coach is getting on us a week, especially me, about getting in the gap, being in the gap, using my using the right hand to lead to go get a steal, and I did that tonight, opening the beginning of the first half. So it was just toning in on details, making sure that dudes don't have they were trying to drive, so cut off driving lanes and be in the gap, so be in the right position.
Always good to get the first one because you don't know really what's going to happen. We had 2 exhibitions, but this is a much better ball club, and they had had good talent out there. They're fast, and they play our pace. But I thought we played hard. We played together. Ball moved a little bit. Made some mistakes. When we went up 20, we made about 4 key mistakes, and we'll get through that. We let them split us down there in the end, and he took off. Now it's 5-on-3, and they got a 3, and then challenged a 3, and they went down. And then they turned to look where it went, and it came right back, and they kicked it back out. Another 3, and then we just didn't switch. We got lazy on the switch. Another 3. So we were up all of a sudden 20. Now it's down 11, and they'll realize the way we play. You're never safe at 20 points. You're never lost at 20 points. So you got to keep playing. I thought came out second half and outscored them, played pretty well. And, it's always good to get that first win. So we got one. Now we're going down to the Greenbrier and Luxury Resort. And I know all you guys are following me. Got suites down there at the Greenbrier with the money y'all get paid. And so we're looking forward to that.
Queens cut it back to single digits there in the second half.
Yeah.
I think it was back-to-back possessions with threes for you guys. How big was that stretch there in the second half to kind of create some space?
Well, 2 things happened. One, we hit the threes, like you said, but we also backed off the press a little bit, and they didn't score. So, but then they did get to come down and get one on us. So, but it was big. Crawford stepped up. I mean, we're pretty deep. We got Cam Crawford can make plays, and he hadn't played in a year and a half. That's his first game in a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. So, again, this is a developing team. It's going to take before you see its full potential. We got good length, good speed, athleticism everywhere. They can shoot the ball well. There's no reason why we can't be good. We got to hone in on our leadership, and I got to try to figure out where I'm going for the last shots. I didn't like what I saw. I tried to call timeout with 30 seconds to get one up, see if we could pull it off. He went to a zone and messed it up. But we'll figure it out. It won't be long.
And with so many new moving pieces, though, to have 5 guys in double figures and seems everybody shared the ball, that's got to be encouraging for you with a bunch of new guys.
Well, what I like about our guys is that they come in and they don't put themselves first. They put the team first and the university they're playing for and the state and the city and tri-state area. So we recruit that type of kid, and they got good families, good parents who did a good job, and we bring them out here and just turn them loose, So I was happy for them, and we just got to keep it going. That's one game, so we'll get down off the mountaintop here tonight and start climbing back up for Friday's game.
Nate's footwork in the paint, I was impressed with it, and just even what he was doing on defense, were you impressed with what he?
Who, Nate?
Yeah.
Well, we knew he was going to bring physicality, and again, he hasn't played that long of time. He usually was just playing 20, 21 minutes at Texas State. Now we're extending him a little bit, and they were playing about half speed we play. So as he gets used to the pace, and it really is helping him because the floor is more wide open, and he's athletic. He's got to learn to finish a little bit inside against bigger guys, be a little bit more creative. But we'll get him to do that. And I think, again, he's a real smart kid who will learn quickly, and we haven't seen his best game yet.
Talk about the length. That led to 11 steals, 9 blocks tonight. Just how beneficial is it to have that for your team?
Well, that's my assistant coaches. All I do is say, go find me length and athleticism. They go find them. then I kind of, when they come into the office, here, sign that thing. But they go out and look, and they found athletic guys that a lot of people sometimes overlook. Sometimes they don't. You know, Jacob Connor was pretty well recruited in the mid-major area, and we were able to get him. But Wyatt didn't have a whole bunch, and Cam Crawford didn't have much, and Cam Kerfman, you know, transfer, but didn't have a whole lot. So, you know, we got people that fit our system. They're skilled, they're athletic, and for the most part, except for Kerfman, they're long and athletic. But Kerfman has that special thing. He can shoot it from downtown somewhere and make it. So, you know, I'm pleased with our staff. Our staff's done a great job of building this team, and every day we come out, it's fun to coach.
How about Boyles, Coach? I saw a couple times he followed his shot. We don't really see a lot of that anymore, but made a couple of baskets off that. He seems to bring a lot of energy.
Well, he does, but this wasn't a great Bulls game. He's going to play much better. He shoots the ball much better than what he shot this game. And sometimes in practice he'll hit 5, 6, 7 in a row. So, you know, he'll adjust to what we do. We got to get him to where he likes to power finish a lot of things. We got to teach him to just oop it up there real quick, you know, quit trying to power everything. If you go against the bigger teams and as you go down the road, and, you know, the power game goes out a little bit. We have to teach Nutter the charges. They're not going to call that, you know. Better stay on your feet. But yeah, it's like I said, his first game's a lot of learning curve, a lot of first-time players out here wearing the green. But I was impressed with him. I think we got a good chance.
23 points from your bench.
Yeah, well, Wyatt Fricks is pretty good. He keeps getting better. He surprises me all the time what he can do. But, you know, he's got that little shot. He goes down inside and he jumps. I mean, he's got some spring in his leg. You know, I don't know how many blocks he had, but he was up in the air a lot of times. So, you know, we'll make use of him, and we can go, you know, little with Jacob and him at 4 and 5. And then we can go big with both of them at the 2 and 3. And you can play Nate and Obina down there, and you'd be really big. So there's a lot of capabilities because Jacob and Wyatt can put it on the floor, and they can guard smaller guys. We switched everything, and we didn't get killed by getting blow-bys. They stayed in front pretty good. I think it was 13. It was really the driver for him where he gets a hit of steam. He's going up in there, but I thought we did pretty well. I don't know what they shot, what they ended up shooting. They got 38 and 26. That's pretty good defense, fellas. That's pretty good defense.
And there's no way to really simulate what that'll be like Friday at the Greenbrier. Anything you tell the guys, anything you can do?
It's a 10-foot basket. Maybe I'll do the Hoosier thing, take my little tape and go measure it down. I just hope it's not on carpet, you know. But I think we'll be all right. You know, it gives us a chance to get down there. It's a great place for our fan base to go down, the lucky ones to get tickets. And they get a chance to go down to a different setting, a different part of the state. And, you know, Big Jim is a graduate and played golf here when he could play golf. I've seen him play now. I don't know. But when he was here, boy, he hit the ball a long way. I used to watch him. He could hit it a long way. But look forward to going down there. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and we get a chance to go down and play. Gave up a home game, but I think it's a great experience for our kids to be in a 5-star hotel and get the surroundings down there.
I know you talked about not believing that momentum created in one game carries over to the next. So how do you recreate what you did tonight? You know?
Well, that's what I said. We're on top of the mountain tonight. When we come in, we'll be at the bottom, climbing back up. So it's got to be that way. You got to enjoy. I don't want them not to enjoy it, but at what time we practice, 11:30 tomorrow morning, they better have their both feet down on the bottom of that mountain. We're going to climb it back up for Friday. Good. All right, man. All right, man. Thank y'all.